matarajio yako. Kuna kipindi ambacho namna hii kinaweza kupiga mawazo na lakini kule kuwaza ni kawaida, lakini kukwama pale ndio sio kawaida. Inabidi unaamuka mapema. You prove that a point that I'm mature enough to handle things. Uwezi ukaniletea hiyo ukafikiria itaniangusha. Kwenye siku ya leo kwenye inaitwa marriage mathematics. Kwenye marriage mathematics siku ya leo msikilizaji, tunazungumzia swala lile la barriers to good communication. I'm a student of communication. I understand what I'm speaking about. A good listener is a good communicator is also a good listener. Sometimes I will always sit down and listen, and sometimes I'll sit down. I can listen to people, and sometimes that's how communication is all about. Yeah, a good communicator is also a good listener. Barriers to good communication. Yeah, overthinking. Sometimes these are the barriers of good communication. When you overthink about issues, you dwell on the negative. You are on the negativity. Every now and then you are on the negativity. Even in marriage, you will find people, they are always on the negative. They will never see something good about their spouses. They will never see something good about their marriage. They will never see something good about people that God has brought them into their lives. They will never see something good in their profession. They will never see something good in their gifting. This is the problem that people encounter when every time you overthink about issues, you will dwell on the negative. Yeah. Number 2, insecurity. Every time that you are insecure, it makes you irrational, suspicious, scared. Your spouse is leaving you. Every time you are suspicious, you find yourself so irrational. You find yourself so scared. Your spouse is leaving you. You are insecure. When every time and then you see maybe he's a business person and he's communicating to customers, you will always think that he is having a deal with those people, and maybe it's not. Yeah, maybe it's not. Let me use that word. Maybe it's not. It's just about business. You feel insecure when your spouse is away from you. Maybe it's at work, and you where are you? What are you doing? Uko na nani hapo? Mnafanya nini? Sasa nikuja nikupiki saa ngapi? Those kind of insecure. Every time you want to go into his phone or her phone to check on the phone how the communication was, because you are insecure. And this one, it makes you irrational. It makes you suspicious. It scares your spouse. Maybe you are scared that your spouse is leaving you when it's not. Number 3, sexism. Yeah, sexism, it makes you elevate your agenda and demean your spouse for his or her agenda. You find yourself now because you have maybe you have a very big package of salary. Yeah, maybe you have a very big package of salary. So you want to show up that no, I'm now here to speak. I'm the one who bought this and that. I'm the one who is running this and that. No, it doesn't work like that. It makes you elevate your gender. Because of sexism, it makes you elevate your gender. Maybe you are a woman, you want to now behave like a man. Maybe you are a man, you want to be now bossy. No, it doesn't work like that. Number 4, rigidness. Being rigid. Yeah, it's rigidness is being rigid. Yeah, it makes you difficult to hear a different point of view, and willing to learn and coming into the conversation with a fixed outcome. Yeah, coming out into you just enter into a conversation and you have a fixed outcome. You've already known the outcome of the conversation. You'll never bend to anything. Yeah, when somebody said advising you, no, you cannot advise me. I'm here to speak. How? It doesn't. These are the barriers of good communication. Number 5, controlling nature. Yeah. Number 5, just controlling nature. It makes you a dictator and manipulative. Yeah, it makes you a dictator and manipulative. You have to be with that heart of being a democracy, listening and answering and here and there where you can adjust, you adjust, and that's how leadership is. It must happen your way. And when you think that maybe things will happen your way and it can intimidate your spouse, especially an agreeable spouse who all they want is peace. If there's something even me I admire, it's not about money, it's not about wealth, it's about peace. Because I know when I have peace of my mind, I can make money, I can make wealth, because I have peace. Every time, even when you have millions of things and they are not settled in your mind, you'll never perform. You'll never perform anywhere. The treasure thing that you need to guard is about your peace. Yeah. In marriage, in profession, in ministry, in anywhere, that even in your environment where maybe you are a student, peace of mind, your peace is very, 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 very important. Because peace, it can bring so many things that you want in life. Number 6, lack of internal peace. I'm speaking about this peace because I understand there are people, they have great potential, but because they have not settled in their mind, yeah, they are not settled in their mind because of the circumstance that they're facing. This is the reason they have the great potential in them, but they cannot perform because they lack peace. The lack of internal peace. You will struggle to give peace if you lack peace. If you don't have peace, you cannot give peace to people. If you don't have peace, you cannot give peace to people. You cannot be creative. Yeah? There are things that you're supposed to do that can be very creative to you, not only to you. You can leave legacy to your generation because you have peace, and you can make those, you can create those gardens. Yeah, you can create those gardens because of one thing: peace, the internal peace. I'm a builder. I myself, I'm a builder. Someone who can start from scratch and build something from just a scratch, and it moves. Yeah, a builder. A builder is a person who constructs something by putting parts of or material together. Yeah, I'm a builder. I understand on atoms. But one thing that can assist me to be a good builder, it is because of the internal peace. Yeah, wakati inanisaidia sana kumake. Wakati ambayo inanisaidia kumake 1 2 3 kufikiria hivi inaweza kata hapa kanzu, nifanye hivi vile fundi anavyokata hadi design atokezea. Ukiwa you are not settled in your mind, you'll never create anything. Yeah, you'll never create anything. Number 7, trauma leading to fear or defensiveness. Yeah, there are people who have trauma. And this one, it always leads to fear or defensiveness. You find someone is so defensive when it's not supposed to be defensive. It makes you easily triggered. Yeah, sometimes you find yourself so triggered, dramatic, and understandable. You are not sometimes easy to be around. Other times chaotic. You are throwing tantrum here and there. Yeah, it scares your spouse. It can scare your spouse. Why? You are throwing tantrums. You are picking stones here and there. You are picking fights here and there because you are not settled in your mind. Number 8, it impatience. Yeah, there are people who are so impatient. There are things that you are supposed to wait even for 40 years so that you can reap the fruit of your labor. There are things that you will wait for 5 years so that you can reap the fruit of your labor. There are things that you will wait for 1 year so that you can reap the fruit of your labor. There are things that you will just wait for 1 day and you reap the fruit of your labor. It depends. Yeah, it depends. The best thing is you are supposed to have. You are not supposed to be impatient. Yeah? It makes you panic. Every time you are impatient, you will find yourself panicking. You rush your spouse and keep your spouse on edge as if you are a headmaster or a military officer. It cannot work like that. Yeah. It cannot work like that. In marriage mathematics, by the way, we are giving you fact that the things that can make you see the other side of the story. Yeah, there are so many stations that around the globe that you find that they're just chaotic in their programming. Yeah, utashangaa in their programming this that chaotic. We are giving you vitu ambavyo vitakusaidia. Yeah, yeah. You are not supposed to be impatient because it will make you panic. It will make you rush your spouse and keep your spouse on edge as if you are an headmaster, a principal of a school or a military officer. No. You want just to give orders. Yeah. Number 9, unforgiveness. Yeah, this thing has killed so many marriages. Yeah, and forgiving heart, it builds a resentment and an attitude. Yeah, you find someone amebeba vitu vya 20 years 30 years, amebeba vitu vya 40 years. Yeah, yani amebeba mpaka vimemfanya amekuwa mzee, amekuwa nini kuku, amekuwa shosho. Yeah, na miaka bado amepata mtu amekuwa mzee. Why? Amebeba vitu ambavyo vitakani kuweza kubeba. Forgiveness is setting a prisoner free, not knowing that prisoner is you. Yeah, every time people have not forgiven others, they will never perform. They will never be in a position to move into the next level of their success because of what they are holding back. Yeah, kitu kingine ni kwamba the flesh. Namba 10 ninapomalizia, the flesh, it makes you self-centered, cunning, wanting to please you at the expense of your spouse. I don't care. When you find that I don't care whether you I don't care what you are doing with your life, I don't care. When you are a spouse, when you are in a relationship and you find your partner telling you, I don't care what you'll do with your life, to hell, I don't mind, I don't know what to, I don't care. Know that you are alone you are a lone ranger. You are alone in that. Yeah, you are alone. yeah? Wakati vitu vimekufanyikia ama vitu I don't care, I don't care, it doesn't bother me. Know that you are alone in the journey, yeah? Because someone is supposed to give you a shoulder, and that person is supposed to be your spouse, yeah? Your partner is supposed to be the first member to give you a shoulder, not to create chaos and problems, not to create panic and rush, and not to create dramatic and sustainable, sometimes not to be chaotic. You're supposed to be there for you. You're supposed to be there and them that you are together in this. But when you find that now you are alone and fixing things alone, it creates somewhat we call as suspicious, and maybe your spouse will be scared about you. Yeah, it'd be scared because no one wants to be around people who are not there to support them when they are down. Yeah, people want to be there. You're giving the words of assurance. Yeah, as you give the words of assurance. Na hiyo ndio marriage mathematics ya siku ya leo. Naitwa Cantona Joseph.